Sultan Mahmud would have grinned at the remark, but Mahmud was dead. The Sultan frowned. "We are not speaking of dogs now." "You are right, my Padishah." Reshid Pasha hung his head. "I speak of the conqueror," Abdul Majid said loftily. "Of the blood in these veins." He held out his wrists, and the young councillor bowed abashed. "If the picture exists, I wish for it," the Sultan continued. "I want to see it. Do you desire, Reshid Pasha, that the likeness of the conqueror should be exposed to the infidel gaze, or that an unbeliever should possess it?" Reshid Pasha sighed. "And yet, my Sultan, we do not know where the painting might be, if indeed it exists at all." The young Padishah sneezed again. While he examined his handkerchief, the Pasha pressed on. "For more than 3 centuries, nobody ever saw or heard about this picture. And today we have a rumour, nothing more. Let us be cautious, my Padishah. What does it matter if we wait another month, another year? Truth is like musk, whose grateful odour can never be concealed." The Sultan nodded, but not in agreement. "There is a faster way," he said, in a voice treacled with mucus. "Send for Yashim." Chapter 3. Close to the shoreline of the Golden Horn, on the Pira side, stood a fountain set up by an Ottoman princess as an act of generosity, on a spot where the boatmen used to linger and drop their fares. Hundreds of fountains existed in the streets and squares of Istanbul, but this one was particularly old and lovely, and Yashim had admired it many times as he passed. Sometimes, in hot weather, he would rinse his face in the trickle of clear water that splashed down onto the tiled basin. It was those tiles which now stopped him on the street, where he stood unnoticed and aghast in the stream of traffic passing along the shore. Muleteers with their trains, porters under enormous sacks, 2 fully veiled women attended by a black eunuch, a bashi-bazouk on horseback, his sash stuffed with pistols and swords. Neither Yashim nor the ruined fountain attracted anyone's attention. The crowd flowed round him. A man standing alone in a brown cloak, a white turban on his head, watching, stricken, as a trio of workmen in overalls and dirty turbans attacked the fountain with their hammers. It was not that Yashim lacked presence. His only lack was of something more definite, but he was used to passing unnoticed. It was as though his presence were a quality he could choose to display or to conceal, a quality which people would be unaware of until they found themselves mesmerized by his grey eyes, his low musical voice, or by the truths he spoke. Until then, though, he might be almost invisible. The workmen did not look up as he approached. Only when he spoke did one of them glance round, surprised. "It's the bridge, Effendi. Once this has gone, then the tree. There'll be a way through here, see? Got to have a way through, Effendi." Yashim pursed his lips. A bridge linking Pira to the main city of Istanbul had been talked about for years, centuries even. In the Sultan's archives in Topkapi Palace, Yashim had once seen a sepia design for such a bridge, executed by an Italian engineer who wrote his letters back to front, as if they were written in a mirror. Now it seemed a bridge was about to be built, the new Sultan's gift to a grateful populace. "Can't this fountain just be moved aside?" The workman straightened his back and leaned on his sledgehammer. "What? This?" He shrugged. "Too old. New one be better." His eyes slid along the shore. "Not but what it's a shame."